Have you ever been hit by one of those stomach bugs that just comes out of nowhere? You know the one. It tears through an entire office or a school or even a cruise ship in like a day. Well, today, we're going to investigate the invisible culprit behind these explosive outbreaks. Let's get into it. So, picture this. You're in a busy restaurant, it's buzzing with energy, everyone's sharing food, talking, having a great time. Or maybe you're on a cruise ship. Hundreds of people all sharing the same lounges, the same buffet, touching the same handrails. Or how about a school cafeteria? Just pure, chaotic energy. In all these places, everything seems totally normal, right up until the moment it isn't. And then, boom, it hits. Seemingly out of thin air, a perfectly normal day turns into a full-blown crisis of widespread illness. You have to wonder, what on earth just happened? Now, our first instinct is usually to blame the food, right? Must have been some bad fish. But a lot of the time, the real culprit is something way, way sneakier. It's a virus so tiny you'd never, ever see it coming. It's time to put a name to the face of our invisible enemy. It's called Norovirus. And honestly, it is a master of its craft. Okay, so what is it exactly? Norovirus is the official name for what most of us just call the stomach flu. It's this super contagious virus that goes straight for your digestive system. It causes something called acute gastroenteritis, which is really just a fancy medical term for that horrible inflammation of your stomach and intestines. But why is it so good at what it does? I mean, how does this one tiny virus manage to cause so many huge, rapid-fire outbreaks all over the world? Okay, here's the crazy part. The secret to its success isn't about being super strong, it's about being incredibly efficient. It only takes a handful of viral particles, we're talking sometimes as few as 10, to get someone really sick. That is an unbelievably small number. And that incredible efficiency makes norovirus an absolute expert at spreading. Seriously, it has a playbook for invasion and it follows it to perfection. So let's break down its methods. It moves around through all the usual suspects, right? Unwashed hands, contaminated surfaces, or food that's been handled by someone who's infected. But it also has this wild card up its sleeve. When someone gets sick and vomits, the virus can actually become airborne, spreading these invisible particles that can infect people who aren't even in direct contact. Its whole strategy for invasion is just brutally effective. First, as we said, that tiny infectious dose. Second, this thing is a survivor. It can live for days, sometimes even weeks, on surfaces like doorknobs or countertops. And third, it's incredibly tough. It can resist a lot of the common alcohol-based disinfectants that we all use to kill other germs. That's right. It means that hand sanitizer you keep in your car or on your desk, it might not be enough to stop norovirus. The absolute best defense is good old-fashioned soap and water. It's the physical friction of scrubbing that actually removes the virus from your skin. So what happens when this expert invader actually gets past our defenses? Let's take a look at how the body responds once you're infected. Well, the symptoms are not fun, and they come on fast. We're talking about sudden, sometimes violent vomiting, watery diarrhea, and just awful stomach cramps. Basically, your body is doing everything it possibly can to get this invader out. Now, for most healthy adults, a norovirus infection is a miserable 24 to 48 hours, and then it's over. But the real danger isn't the virus itself. It's the fact that you're losing fluids so quickly, which can lead to severe dehydration. And this is especially risky for young kids and the elderly. Okay, so we've met the enemy, we know its game plan, and we've seen the damage it can cause. But here's the good news, we are not helpless. So the big question is, how do we fight back? Your defense strategy is all about mastering the fundamentals. First, and this is the big one, wash your hands with soap and water, often, and do it well. Second, if you're cleaning up, you have to use a bleach-based disinfectant on surfaces. And third, if someone in your house is sick, you have to try and isolate them to keep the virus from spreading to everyone else. See, norovirus loves it when we're not paying attention. It doesn't make a sound, it doesn't announce its arrival. But now, you know its secrets. You know how it works, you know how it spreads, and you know how to stop it. And that awareness, well, that's your single most powerful weapon against this invisible enemy.